Hey guys, welcome to the stream. How you guys doing? It's a hot Thursday. Man, it's scorching out there, man. It is terribly hot. I hope you guys are doing okay. I mean, I literally couldn't drive just now. I had to pick my kids up from school. And man, I think when I drank water in the car, I could feel my ears on fire. It was that hot. It's just crazy. And people think global warming is fake news. And here we got a whole country that's given tax breaks to whalers. I mean, are they planning on going back to kerosene? Because they also gave tax breaks to coal miners, the coal industry. I guess in the US, while the rest of the world is transitioning to green energy, the US wants to use kerosene in their lamps. Yeah. Burn, baby, burn. The whole world's getting hotter. And somehow or another, they have the right to go around the world and tell other nations, hey, don't cut down your rainforests because we need you. I think there was an economist who said this quite well. I'm trying to remember what he said. In the West, in capitalist societies, people work for the economy. Okay. In other countries, the economy works for the people. So I guess that's how we have to see things right now, man. Sad news, Kazan Pride. I see we heard the news about Jota. Yeah, that's it's terrible news, man. It's terrible news about Jota. I know it's a tragic thing that's happened to Jota. I mean, I'm only just finding out about it. Yeah, it's tragic. It's terrible, and I pray for him, his soul, and his family, man. Yeah, it is terrible news. It's I mean, generally, I think there's a lot to be said about what's happening in the world, and it's tragic. How are you, man? Wick? How are you, Shane? How are you, Kazan Pride, Jamie? I think there'll be a lot of things happening around the world. It's not going to be a good time for Liverpool when they start a new season. Yeah, there's plenty of things that are happening. Or I know, as far as Liverpool are concerned, there's going to be a lot of changes. And next season, things are just going to get harder and harder and harder for them. Yeah. Okay. We are going to like. I mean, I don't want to just. It's dangerous to just. I mean, I don't know. Disrespectful. Sometimes, yeah, we won't be streaming for long because it's Portuguese footballer. Yeah, he killed in a car crash. That's 2 weeks after his wedding day. I mean, it's tragic news, for Liverpool fans. I don't know how my condolences go out to his family, his friends, the Liverpool team, Liverpool fans, and they might retire his number. Because there is nothing more tragic than the passing of a player. There's nothing more tragic than the passing of anyone you formed an attachment to. The best thing we can do is to pray and to hope that those closest to him get through this phase of their lives with as much support as they possibly can get. I'm sure that the club and the fans are going to get behind the family and the friends for them. It is a terrible day, man. I have to admit that there is plenty. I mean, there's no point speculating as to what has caused that. I mean, just know it's a traffic accident, and definitely it's a sad thing. Definitely Liverpool will do something for the first game at Anfield, but I think at the end of the day it will be Liverpool that decides along in concert with his family as to what they would they think is a good thing to do. Yeah, yeah, man. How do you stream like this, man? Yeah, I'm a Liverpool fan, and Jota is gone. And Jota was such a character on the pitch, eh? Full of fire, full of zeal. Maybe injury prone a bit, but he had a talent. The guy could do things with the ball. Yeah. I think there'll be a lot of videos of his skill set on the day that come out. Yeah, and it's gonna be there. Speaking of things that we are gonna be doing, we're gonna be looking at the Hungary rebuild, but we won't spend too much time on it. We will try and spend as whatever time we can on this. But our team did win the title last season and the cup. And I wanted to focus this show completely on rebuilding the team. I mean, what do you do when you fall short of expectations? There are several things I want to talk about before that as well. I mean, tactically, there was an interesting question posited on the forums today. Two, in fact. The first question had to do with how do I? If somebody wanted to play back three system where the white center backs would be aggressively defending the halfway line. So his question was, how do I get that done? Now, I've said this before on the streams, the back five systems, in order for you to get it to defend really high up the pitch, you kind of need them to play on a high defensive line, the highest defensive line you can possibly get, because you know those defenders up there. But the problem with this game is the way it recognizes the midfield. So when you play in a much higher defensive line, then that back line supports midfield very aggressively. And that's how you get it to support a midfield loss of ball, or you try to win the ball back. But the problem with that is those wide center backs tend to be a bit central. So you don't really find them jumping out to the flanks. You see the wing backs actually coming in. So your wing backs are doing more defending than they do attacking. So that is the problem with the back five. So someone I know from the forums from many years ago posited the question. So I gave him two scenarios. The first scenario is if you still want to stick to ball playing defenders or white center backs, then you generally just have no choice but to play high up the line, much higher defensive line, higher mentalities, and that might help. But still, you won't find them pendulum supporting. When I say pendulum supporting, is if the attack goes down the right flank, you won't see that defender. You might see the white central defender go up slightly, but you won't really find that he is defending against the winger. So you end up using wing backs. So if you want to do a system where you have three at the back and you want them to aggressively defend that halfway line, you have only one choice in the game if you want to play an attacking system, and that will be the inverted fullback in a back four setup. So that's the thing here. So there's no like workaround. There's no like because ultimately you end up being more defensive than you are attacking, because if your goal is to be proactive defending, then proactive defense systems are generally more attacking. Otherwise, if you want to play a low block counter attacking system, the back five is actually very, very good. Chances are you need good defenders. The other question that was posed was someone talking about using a 4-3-3 in Serie A. His question was quite straightforward. He's had lots of success with that formation, and then when he went to the Serie A, he found that most of the sides were playing defensively. So basically, there's 7 at the back. And he asked, I was creating low XG chances. How do I get my tactic to be better? Again, we have another issue. When you have 7 at the back and your own formation, which is a 4-3-3, also defends with 7 at the back. Yeah, most people don't seem to recognize that. They don't think in those terms, because you got a back 4, you got a DM, you got 2 central midfielders. You only really have 2 wingers and a lone striker. So when you're attacking, you need those wing backs to get high up the pitch. You need one of those central midfielders to move up to support the striker. So you create a kind of a situation where your wings are exposed when you want to attack. But when you play in Serie A, you're faced with back 5 systems, sometimes back 7 systems, which have 3 defenders, 2 wing backs, and 2 DMs. In a system like that, your 4-3-3 is actually vulnerable, because the 4-3-3 needs to push so many guys up in attack that it leaves the flanks vulnerable. So this is when you start having to think in terms of formations like the 4-4-2, the 4-2-3-1. Now, I'm not saying that the 4-3-3 can't do it. It can, but you have to start thinking of how to get the 7 that are defensive. You need to think about how can you get those 7 that are defensive higher up the pitch. So you end up playing with like maybe fullbacks to keep the ball more effectively, a libero instead of a central defender. You start thinking maybe I need not a holding midfielder, but a roaming midfielder, a roaming playmaker, box-to-box midfielder, and CM. That way you get all the 3 in the center of the park to move up. You get 4. Then the tactic becomes really strong in attack because it's got so many players supporting, and because you're using a libero, you have the option of unlocking the 2 fullbacks, using them as central attacking to create central attacking patterns, or you scored a goal and you've turned them into inverted fullbacks and they sit back and defend. So a lot of the time when it's football manager, you gotta think in terms of like, okay, the thing is, I don't like to think in terms of formations. I like to think in terms of build-out patterns. Build-out patterns, if you can start thinking like that, your game will change. All right, so let's take a look at our season so far, man. Hope you guys are well. Welcome to the stream. Just want to answer a few questions that people were asking recently. So this was our season, end of season review. We signed 4 players last season, and I have to say all 4 players did really well, really good. I mean, I was impressed with all 4. Jose Cordoba was a central defender, 24-year-old. We signed him from Levski. He made 37 appearances for us, averaging 7.01, which is pretty decent. And of course, we had Dennis Politic playing as a winger. He was a fantastic signing. We just knew he was going to light up the league, and he did exactly that with 12 goals and 4 assists, marking him as a central player in our system. Then we also signed in Alexander Musi, a 20-year-old winger. We used data to sign these players because we wanted players who could move up the pitch, create goals, and score. And we found 2 players who did just that. And they did it at a budget price, 2.4 and 1.5 million. Then we also signed Nikola Serafimov. Now, Nikola Serafimov he's a bit, we had to rotate him with some other players. Cordoba was a standout starter, but Serafimov did okay, not great. He was signed from a rival Hungarian side, but I think that we actually did really good with the signings last season. We finished as champions in the league. I mean, I kind of expected that. We were expecting to win, right? This season, we did okay. Moneyball isn't about signing players on free, It's more like we sign the players and then can we let them go later for a profit as well. So that's when you make the money from those players, right? Of course, Moneyball has got so many ways. There's so many approaches. But yeah, I use a data-driven approach. This season, I'm going to be playing a bit mix of both. Last season, I did a data. This season, we're going to do something different. So we had some pretty decent wins. Of course, this was one of the biggest wins of the season at home, and I couldn't believe an 8-3 margin. It was just insane. Of course, we did make some money from sponsorship. Financially, we did okay, but we didn't go very far. We only played in the Europa, so the competition money was far lower than in the Champions League. Yeah, we didn't qualify, right? Okay, so we're going to have to try and qualify for the Champions League so we get more money, because the previous seasons where we were in the Champions League, you can look at the difference in what we earned. In both the Champions League and the Europa League, participating in just the qualifiers and making it into the league phase of the Champions League netted us 19.7 million. In the Europa Cup, participating in the league phase and getting knocked out in the league phase earned us 11.85 million. So I guess we really need to make it a point to do well in the Champions League, at least qualify. Now, our best players, of course, the fans love Kodro. No idea why. He doesn't score a lot of goals, but the fans seem to like him a lot. Varga is the standout goal scorer. Zach was just absolutely stunning. Romy and Zach are our best players. Question mark is going to be whether we can keep them this season, because clubs are knocking on the door. Kodro and Varga, no issues there. Traore might be leaving as well. So in terms of our best players last season, we had Kodra and Varga. We did play a 4-4-2 for a large period of last season. Then I got bored. You know, I get bored very quickly with formations, right? One moment I'm playing the 4, next moment I'm playing the 4-3-2-1, next moment I'm playing a Christmas tree, next moment I'm playing a back. Look, guys, I'm the kind of player that just, I will work with different systems. I mean, I can play different systems, so I'm never worried about any system. So this season, we want to play we're not playing a 4-3-3 because it's a very expensive system for a team like us because we don't have a lot of money. Now, if I'm going to go out in the marketplace and get a lot of midfielders, a 4-3-3 might not be a bad move in Europe because it is essentially a defensive system. But every time I attack, I'm defensive. So we might create a 4-3-3 variant, right, which is defensive away from home, and then at home we play a 4-2-3-1. That might be a plan for next season. But you can see Politic, Romy, Zach, and Musi. We retrain them to play in these positions. They play well. Civic. Then we got Serafimov. Oh man, thank you, man, for the follow. All right, then we've got Civic, Serafimov, Cordoba. Bodka is leaving. Debus. Oh, we already got a few players retiring as well. So Varga, 30-year-old striker who's already he's our fans player of the season. Didn't follow up with the jerseys. Then Musi was a young player of the season. Cordoba was a signing of the season. So we got our picks right last season. Top goal scorer Varga with 21 goals. Romy with 12 assists. Romy was playing as a volante last season as well. So he created a lot of goals from goal scoring positions. Then of course the most clean sheets was Debus, the goalkeeper, but we have to get in another goalkeeper. This guy scored the fastest goal, Zombo Gruber. Now I want to do more, but you know what's happened? To encourage you are not received. Okay, well let me think. So I was very agreed with Dunstrada. He's leaving, man. I can't. My own player has been snapped up by Dunstrada. Also because I wasn't paying much attention to the youth players. So I did have to go in there, and some of our players are gonna leave. Dunstrada, some of the young players. So it's going to be quite tough for us next season. So club vision, what does the board expect? Our board is okay, but our board hasn't been very supportive of a youth program. So no youth facility upgrade. I've asked, none. No youth coach upgrade. I've asked. Our youth recruitment is the best. That's okay. But the players we don't have the environment to create 5-star players. So we're going to be poaching some 5-star players. So accepting the current vision. End of season team meeting. We'll discuss plans for the next season. This is always the same thing, right? Thank you for coming. Yeah, that's it. We don't pay a price for it. New season team report. We got Kahinde, we got Zach, Musi, Varga. So what I'm going to do is create two systems. So we got a 4-2-3-1. We're not going to use this. Okay, so we're going to create the next system that we might use in Europe. So we're going to look at the 4-3-3. We got 4-3-3 fundamentally is defensive, right? But we're going to create it in such a way that I have plan A, plan B, plan C. Okay. And then we're going to have to look at our players to decide what we can do. So the plan is really simple. We're going to use inverted fullbacks first. We're going to use a libero because I want to attack as a 3-2-5 or a 3-2 build-out pattern. That's what I want. So it's going to be very defensive. It's going to be quite defensive. We've got roaming playmaker, Regista as well can work here. So we're going to use something like a CM on support who's just moving into channels. And then, of course, here we'll just use a CM on attack. Keeping it simple. All right. Apparently, this game doesn't want to give me the option of changing. Never mind, these players are not even around. Okay. So, clear entire team selection. Does it still not give me the choice? Yeah, CM and so this is just the basics. We haven't really gone into the formation yet. Distribute. I'm gonna do it like this. I want to create a system that is primarily, I can't change these yet. I'll do that later once I understand my players who can play well, but this is my back. It's going to be a 3-2. And these two are going to go up and support both sides. And protect the middle and do everything else. What? Okay. The question mark is going to be how we're going to set this up. Now, looking at the data from last season, right? So if I look at this, now in terms of the guy who created the most chances, this is Civic. So Civic did. So Civic in our team, so we're looking at they got the defenders, they got the goalkeepers, they got the I believe the attackers in. So a chance, we got two ways of looking at it. Right? Open play key passes. These players are the ones that created the most goal scoring chances, right? You can double check this with CCCs on chance creators. So this is a very high number. Okay, so who's this guy? Tosin Kiende. We'll explore his options today, his contract. Okay. Top mark, wanted, asking, got a free transfer. So we're losing some of these players. So if you look at this is quite crazy. Two of our best creators are leaving. So Musi has been playing, but he's not one of the best. But he has created 23 chances. He doesn't do it as I think this is in terms of appearances. So he's averaging out in terms of appearances. So Musi played a lot. So Musi is basically a creative. He can play on the right. He can play on the left. If I play him I can play him on the right or the left. Okay, because he's got the most important ingredient for me, which is acceleration. So he can break past players. If he plays on the left, he can be a winger. He can be inside forward. There's not going to be very much of a difference in all the styles except his finishing. So we can't really it reflects in the numbers. He didn't score a lot of goals last season. He did create. So we're going to focus on, not going to put too much pressure on him. We're going to look at, we're going to keep him, as a creator. And most likely Musi will play here, right? So let's go to Musi. I'm doing something very basic to see what we have, what I can do. So I'm looking at my players to see what kind of players I have. Rayam, SI really needs to code in a recruitment policy for teams like Barcelona wanting La Masia players or scouts looking for high aggression work rate players. I completely agree. I think what SI need to do is give clubs an identity. Now, the problem with doing this is it has to create a kind of, I think it already does something close to that. I mean, I think the game does do that. But it's quite broad because it follows the like there's an umbrella of expectations set by the board, right? But at the moment, I think the board's expectations are quite simple. All right. So I think that they have like signed, you notice sign youth players, sign under 21, don't sign under 23, sign players for commercial revenue. We got these already. We have these already, right? So I think there are some that, you sign only players of a certain national. There are some, interestingly, sign players of a certain nationality. Very rare. I've seen it once before. I think that more an attacking styles of football they need to put in, or even scouts looking for high aggression work rate players. That's not going to happen in a million years. Yeah, because the game is so driven by CA and how the players fit into the rules. So the game is very tied into that at the moment. So I think more like, and notice one thing, right? Not all managers get the players that they want. So I think here, what could happen is clubs become a lot more realistic with the way they sign players. You see what Real Madrid are doing. It's a completely different form of approach, right? To bringing in players, because they pay for peak players to run out their contracts. So they start negotiating behind the scenes. So I think I want to see more of that in the game. I want to see players not refusing to sign a contract and they're playing really well because they're going to leave on a free for Real Madrid. See, that would be cool. That would be so cool. Yeah, rest in peace, Diego Jota. So that's very sad what happened to Jota. We can't. Everybody feels it. Romy is good, so Romy can play here. Okay, Romy will definitely be more like a CM on a tank, right? So we now know that this player, Busi, has got a right foot, right? So he's strong right foot. He can so having him play as a winger is probably the better move than to have him play as a winger on this side because he comes in a lot, right? Okay, so let him play here. Now, so we got these two. Kahinde, I think his contract is expiring. I don't know if he's got an extension. Some players might have an extension clause. I want to see first. We'll put the players that we need in, and then after that we take it one step further. All right. So okay, Zachariason is extremely important for us. Okay, he is also a very good creative force. But both, so we got these two players in the center. Okay. Now both of them have aggression. Yeah, Romy has got aggression as well. Okay, so good. So these two are going to be playing in the center. Now, both of them can go up and attack. So this guy can be a box-to-box midfielder or a CM on support. So I'm going to play him as a CM on support and then get him to move into channels. This way, he does more support than he does attack. Here, he'll do more attack than he does support. Okay, here we got this guy coming in. We got this guy coming in. This one should really be somebody that has the it's got a good left and a good right leg. Now, most likely it's going to be Dennis Politic. Right, so he's got a right and a left leg. And he can create and score goals. So we got Politic, you can play there. All right. Okay, so we've got these players. Now we come to the back line. So we got a Regista. The Regista, ideally, right? Ideally, we want a roaming playmaker kind of a player. That means the way I play this game, I need players who are very good. Now the problem is we're losing some very good players this season. We're gonna lose SCT. Besic is going also. Besic has never really fit into our system. So okay, he's not that good. He's just one of the older players. And then what have we got left? Nothing. We don't have a DM, no. Okay, so what do we have? DMs unavailable. Any defensive midfielders? So basically, this our defender. Maiga is. I think Maiga is leaving. We got even a contract offer. Okay, so Lonka positioning 10. So he's not very good defensively. Maiga is better defensively. Okay, so he is definitely like the only player that we have who can play here. I don't even know whether he can pass the ball. Passing vision is, it's about basic, not great. Okay. First touch is okay. His mentals are solid. He's got maybe 2 years. So we can play him in the center. It isn't a very rugged setup. Then we got a Libero. So looking at the midfield, this guy is useless. This guy is basically cover for one of these two. That's about it. Yeah. He's okay. He's not great. He's just okay. So, wow. It just tells me how far I am from a team. No? Okay, now looking, we're going to lose Botka because Cisse. Okay, Cisse comes in, no aggression. So we know Botka is there. We know these two are the best players in the team. Where's Sarah? Sarah is not here. Sarah Fimo. Okay, so we got both these players in here. So this is my back line. Then we got Civic. I don't know if he's staying or going. He's got 2026 contract. Yeah, okay, we give him a contract offer. So Civic is key. He's one of the best. So this is our back line. Okay, now we got Popov here, we got Pasca. Lion Boy is going. I don't really care if he's gonna come or stay. It wasn't that good. No? It was quite disappointing. He's okay. He made a couple of mistakes. Quite a number of games he was so. They got Aneba. Aneba is asking to play more matches, I think. Yeah, he wants to agree. Now, I don't mind keeping him. He's okay. So, Aneba is going to be there. So, we've got a bit of a team here for this formation for next season. And then up top, generally, we've got strikers. We don't really have. We got Varga. So, he'll play up top. Then we got Kodro. Kodro can come in onto the left lane. So, now we've got the basic team. Okay, so we go to data. We go to the squad planner. Okay, I kind of like the squad planner. Okay, I do know. I'm fine with the squad planner. I know it's not ideal, but hey man, I can live with it. I wonder why he's showing 4-4-2. Oh yeah, because now it's a 4-2-3-1. So looking at the system here, goalkeeper, big problem here. Okay, this guy is no good. And this guy is so. We have one goalkeeper is retiring. Fabiano is almost gone. Okay, so that's a problem. Civic can play on the left. Popov is cover. Left and right. So it means that we have a problem if one of these guys injured. He's not good in. I mean, he's okay. He's 28 years old. He's like my Andy Robertson. Cordoba is not playing here, so that's out. Okay, so we got one. We really should think about getting one more player here. Central defense, no problem. We got Serafimov, these two, and Noster. We have Mighty Abena. So there are three defenders. Except his composure and concentration makes mistakes. And you got Aneba. So Aneba is actually. Aneba would definitely be the third choice. There's a 27 here. Noster, have you given him a contract? Yeah, given him a contract. So this guy is he's Abena. We can leave him in the team, but he's just a fringe player right now. But here it says regular starter. Cordoba is definitely going to play a lot of games. So he's the main player in our defense, leads our defense. And on the right, of course, here will be Serafimov. Cordoba maybe if needed. Then we got I think it was Aneba, right? Yeah, Aneba. Aneba is the third choice. Then Abena and Cisse is not playing here. We can't play him anymore. So we got on the right, we'll play Cisse and Popov. Why is he here? I mean, this guy is just a attacking wing back. So looking at the situation, this is not a lot. You need three, you know. We gotta get fullbacks in here. All right, so we got DMCL. So we're working on all the systems, right? So I'm gonna do it nicely for all the systems. Yeah. So copy plan to next season. Okay. All right. Now looking at this midfield, this is fine. Okay. Zach is always on the left. No, Romy is on the left, and then on the right it's always Zach. And where's Zach? Okay. Oh, Zach ends up here. No, we got no choice. Had senior squad midfielder Zach. Where's Zach? There's Zach. Yeah, I always end up playing him here because my guys are gonna go. So we don't have another DM. We don't have an AMC. Except for this guy. Because I've been playing Zach as an AMC, right? But my guy is leaving. Right? This guy doesn't want to play for us anymore. He doesn't want to play. He's got 25. I don't think he wants another contract. Yeah. Oh, I offered him a contract. So okay, maybe there's a chance. So we can add Zach here. Where's Zach? Okay, Zach comes up here. So there we got Zach now. Beside this. So that's definitely. So we also have these players on the short list. Mate Sin. So we need to get in a player who can play in this position. Right. Some of these players came from our short list 2 seasons ago. Yeah, when we did our Moneyball. 3-5 Libero and 2 IBs in my way to go as receiver. Okay. I use IBs all the way. Yeah. Yeah, it's different. Yeah. I love a 3-2 build-up pattern. But I like to do it with a 4-4-2 or a 4-2-3-1. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so now the question is, we've got these players now. On the right, we decided to put Musi here. So Politics isn't playing here. Okay, that's going to be a problem on the left flank. So we know we are not going to use him. So Politics is playing here and Keenan Kodro can play here. So we have gaps to fill. A lot of gaps to fill. Fullback, DM, AMC, striker, we got no problem. So we got gaps to fill in quite enough few positions in our team. Okay, so that's one, right? Okay, so looking at this is not bonito lah. This is just whatever, you know. Okay, here we got Civic. Popov is not playing here. This guy is not playing here. Oh my goodness, we got a problem here. Okay, we got Cordoba playing here. And then second choice Abena. So Cisse is not playing Aneba. So Serafimov is definitely not playing there. Okay, now Serafimov is the first choice here. Abena is the second choice. Cisse is never playing here. This guy's never playing here. No, I got one more, right? Right, I forgot now. Who's the guy I just took out? Mame, we got Noster, and then Aneba. So these are the players. And let's add the other one, senior squad defender. I need to see because these are all my backups. So we got this player. He's not too bad. He can play. He's 14 jumping reach. Not ideal, but still. Abena has got Abena. So Mami goes up and Aneba. So Aneba and Mami are pretty strong options here. Okay, so this player, what we'll do is he's a fringe player. But now looking at this Sammy Mami contract. Oh, he's gone. Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. Transfers, yeah, he's gone. Sammy Mami is leaving the club. Yeah, contract offer. Yep, 06. So he's gone. So he can come out. So we're never going to use him again. Abena. Okay, this guy is a cover. He's not that good now. He got Noster, so okay. So Noster, we offered him a contract. So we can see we can actually is very clear right now. No, yeah. So this guy's contract expires in 2027, which is nice. Okay. So backline, not too bad, eh? Okay. We don't have the world's best, but we can't go out there and sign too many players. We don't have enough money. Okay, DM position, this is going to be a problem for us with this tactic. Okay, senior squad, the best suited player is actually Besic. I buy Maiga. So Maiga is going to be playing in this position as a register. Oh my god. And then the backup is this guy. Oh my lord. This is a problem for us, man. So here we only have one option, and it's going to be Romy. Romy will play here. Zach, I don't want him playing here. McCrackis is a youngster. Okay. I mean, there's not a lot of room for his development. So honestly, what we really want from him is available for loan and let him go. Lonka, he can play here. So Lonka can be the second choice. Musi is not playing here. So if I looked at this, it'll be most likely this guy. This guy. Now on the right, we only have one eyes for one player. He's maybe got one more season left in him, and that's about it. So it means that we need to go and look for a replacement in the summer window. So Romy is not playing here either. You know, do a DM, you know, a system like this. You know how many players you gotta get? A lot, no. Hey Kimpi, how are you, man? Welcome to the stream. Intanin, welcome. No, I'm looking for Europe now. Can someone help me with skins ain't working for me? Skins not working for you? Did you load them in the right folder? Yeah, because skins, you gotta load them in the right folder. So basically, you export your skin, you extract your skin. Yeah, sometimes people don't extract it correctly. If you don't extract your skin correctly, you might run into trouble. So basically, when you go into your game, depending on where your main game is installed, you gotta install it where your main game is installed. Then you gotta go into skins, and it's gotta look like this, no? Like this is a XX skin. Opens up, you should see it like this. You shouldn't have. Sometimes what people do is that download the skin, right? And then they have like a folder before it opens to the main skin folder. You have to get to the main skin folder. Otherwise, you won't see it. So it's very important that you have that. So like here, I got a starter skin. So it's got to look like this. If you've done all that, then it's okay. If you haven't, then you have to do it correctly. Yeah. Oh my god, my head just spun. There's a very bad heat wave here. Very bad heat wave right now. Oh, my head's spinning, man. So on the right flank, we're gonna not be using Politic. We're not using this guy. We're using Musi. On the left flank, we're not using We're using Musi. Hey, we're not using Musi. Sorry, we're using Politic. So Politic is the right flank. So you can see we are gonna be short in a lot of positions. Here we've got no problems. We got all the three players. We got senior squad best suited. We got Shirley. We also have a senior squad best suited Adam Haima. So both of these players, we got this guy. I mean, he's 2025. Can we give him a contract? Because we don't have a lot of kid players, young players. We're gonna try and keep as many of them around as possible. Let them develop. If they don't turn out to be any good, then we'll. Okay, this guy got. So what we need? We need a left back, obviously. We need a right back. So we need another full back. Okay, we need a DM. Oh man, I gotta write a note, man. Okay. All right, so we need a starting DM playmaker. Okay. We need a starting DL or DR. No, DL. Yeah, we got DR, we got a few players. Yeah, we got at least Cisse and Popo. So what we need is at least not starting. We need a DL first. I don't have money. I don't have that much money. So I can't be so greedy. Okay, we also need an MC, at least one youth MC. Okay, young. I've been writing so much with this pen. I'm losing a lot. Okay, we also need a winger, left or right. Okay, so we need 4 players. I mean, a starting DM. We need a fullback. We need another MC, and we need a winger. All right, and a goalkeeper. Sorry. Okay, I have already started proceedings with some players. Hey, I have. Okay, so not that I did say yesterday that I'm going to zoom through at least the first start, right? So we got a goalkeeper coming in that checks 1. We got a left back coming that checks 2. We got Martin Kern coming in from Puskas Academy that checks 3. That could be a problem because he likes to play his way out of trouble. We got another striker AMC position. Our player can play in the MC position. Attacking midfield can play in the central. Okay, we also got we got a winger, a player that can play on the flanks. Yeah, I mean, okay, this is like a bit desperate now. Player playing wide. What is his foot now, left or right? He's basically right-footed, so we can play on the left or the right flank, I guess. Okay, so what we should get is a DM. One DM. Okay, let's get a DM first. Let's see our scouting. Let's look at our scout. This is very easy, I'm just going to use I'm going to look at my short list. Okay. Okay, we got DMs here. Okay, so this is all the DMs that are on my short list. Oh, okay, we got Park Sung Ho, Korean. Okay, not bad. He can play as a playmaker. All right, but it's quite expensive at 8 million because we have like 15 million in the bank. Pablo Alvarez as well, not too bad. And then scouted players. Come in here, go DM again. So these are all the players that we've scouted over time. I rather do free signings. Yeah. Dominic Cones. Passing vision, curls ball, try streak. Can play in quite a few positions. Jump reach is only 7. I don't like to DMs that are short, no. DMs that are short are not good. I always hated it. I always hate those. Yeah, we got Sergej Levac, David Toman, Dragan Miranovic, or Dragan. You know how Dragans do with me? They always turn into phenomenal players. There's nothing here. Recruitment focuses. We have a few recruitment focuses as well. I mean, we're short on scouts. That's the problem. So the board doesn't want to give me more money. So we're going to have to make do with what we have here. Okay, so nothing much is happening in that regard. Scouting center. Let's look and see whether we're going to DMs. We got one Louis Bate from Leeds. We can get him on a free signing. DLP, perfect. Okay, no, not perfect. I mean, I could sign him since by jumping is 6. Yeah, no, thank you. 168. We're not going to sign a short player. I mean, Billy Kumetio. That would be quite a signing, considering. Yeah, but Mason Holgate. Wow. Available, no. Mason Holgate is available. He's not a playmaker, 12 vision. I mean, playing in this league, probably Mason Holgate will look like a real phenomenal playmaker. Because we're not that good. No one here. Got goalkeepers coming in. The Pablo Alvarez. This guy looks like, but he's cannot. The problem with him is he's aggressive, but he can't tackle. Dangerous, no? Yeah, this is Hungary, man. Doing a Hungarian build up. So we don't really have anybody. There is no one. Okay, so now scouting, we go Moneyball. No choice already. Now we do like a Moneyball search. Okay, so we got the players in range. We use the filter. Got appearances, they must have made 3. What are we looking for? We don't need key passes. Okay, we need pass completion and we need high interceptions. We need this player to have a brain or where to stand as a DM. Okay, so here. So now the problem is this: we got to be very careful with the numbers because some of them are gonna be things like some of them are gonna be defenders, right? So they can generate a tree. Interceptions on 3. So what we want to add in here is open play key passes, but this one is going to be less than 0.5, meaning that he does create goal scoring chances from deep, meaning he has played a pass to a player who's gone on to take a shot at goal in open play. That's what we want. Okay, so that's enough. Headers won would indicate whether he's strong in the air. Right, so we got 80% of he wins 80% of his headers. That's good. So these are all the minor leagues. So as we can see, and his high is 1.8. So we got a couple of players that shown up. Here we go. Right. So these are all the players. I mean, we don't really need to go. Wow. All of them are defenders. No? Look at that. None of them are defensive midfielders, but all of them are defenders. They all came out as defenders. Let's change this. If I do this, come on, defenders again. What the hell? Maybe we'll jack the age up to 2030. Can't be picky. Open play. And one of the defensive midfielders. Yeah, 1.8. Okay, remove the open play keepers. Remove this. It does 180, interceptions 1.5. We're going to drop the interceptions to 1. Playing as defensive midfielders. Only got 2 DMs. Wow, that's sad, man. This is getting to be pathetic. And we didn't go to too many leagues, right? So I'm going to do edit search. I'm going to add a few more leagues here. Okay, so the other leagues show up. We got Mozart, Jupiler, Liga, we got a Cinch League, we got Bundesliga, okay, we're not going to go Eredivisie, but there could be players that are on loan there that might be interested in coming. Okay, we're also going to include the English Championship, which should be somewhere in this group of many leagues. Yeah, we don't have English Premier League. English Championship. We got the Scottish League, Premier League. Okay. We can change one of these, I guess. Okay. Our division is Europe, England. England Championship. Okay. All right. Done. All right. So these are all the leagues now that we have. And you have an N and an O. But not many players again. You see that? There aren't too many, man. Yeah, because the data is the functioning of our scouting range. So there's no point me putting South American leagues there, right? So we got only these 2 players. Might just look at his attributes. Oh, this is pathetic. This is pathetic. Oh, not interested. Oh, these are all the guys. So they are like, hey, who are you? I'm not interested. Look at this guy. He's Slovenian. I mean, he's not interested in coming. Man. What's this guy? Pisarov. Even he doesn't want. Pim Satov doesn't want to come. Wow, all these guys not interested, man. They can't be bothered. They're looking at me and going like, we don't want to play for you. Yeah. These are the only ones interested. So we're not gonna so go back to scouted players, see what we can find here. Okay, that's it, man. We could look for someone in this position, right? Who we can retrain. That's another way of doing it. I'm very, very patient with this. I can spend like 2 or 3 days doing this. Sometimes I'm like this guy, the only thing he doesn't have is tackling. Right. So playing him as in that position, this guy Friday can tackle. Can he read? He has played in this position a few times. We are looking at getting him. So let's see. Is Friday coming in? Christian Friday is coming in. I might retrain him because he doesn't take too much of an effort. And I got Martin Kern as well. So I think we'll just not sign anyone. Okay? Yeah, Jota will never walk alone. That's for sure. Yeah. Facilities downgraded. You see what happened? You have the class no longer wants to for the trainers have been affected with this. I went to the board, I asked them what they want to give me. Said, no, we don't want to. Players are not going to come to the club. That's a reality of the game. No, your facilities, training facilities, or personality players don't come. Yeah, because they wanna come to a ramshackle club. Coutinho versus this guy. Is he one of our transfers? Yeah, we're also asking you. So these two might not end up coming because they're all free transfers. Then this guy, Dimitar Iliev, also. There we go. Free transfer. My first goal is to get free transfers. If they don't come in, then okay. So Martin Kern, the kid, is coming. So he's going to come in as a fringe player. That's good news. Okay, so we got one player. Yeah. We have a Bogdan. The rest of the how many we are going to be promoting some. Okay, good. They're going to upgrade our training facilities. Okay, so we've got players that have agreed to contracts. So Civic, that's good news, and we've got Serafimov, good news. Okay, so Civic is our very important left back. So he's agreed to stay. And Serafimov, we just signed him when we started, right? So he's agreed to stay as well. So we got two players have confirmed. Let's see who else. Popov is confirmed. Pasca is committed. Kahinde signs a new contract. Lonka is not happy. Boka left out Hungary. But Boka does not play for me anymore. He's gone. He's leaving. It's a really big part of our success. Shirley has signed a new contract. That's good. Kodro has signed a new contract. That's good. Nosta has committed his future. That's good. So we've got a couple of players who have committed their future. Our wage budget, we're still well under our wage budget. So that's good. Yeah, we don't want to be too aggressive. Signing too many players that I don't want too big a squad. I want a bigger youth team. Abena resumes full training. Maiga is agreed. Heimal signs a 1-year deal. Okay, good. So we've managed to hang on to Maiga. And we've bringing some players. Andreev. Okay, we got the goalkeeper. This is our new goalkeeper. He's average at best. Okay, he's like reflexes 12, 16, and compared to our players, you know. Like I said, we're getting them all cheap or free first. Whoever we can bring in, cheap or free. Okay. So that guy is about 2 million, but with room to grow, and he's only 20 years old. So great. We got a goalkeeper that's got room to grow. So that's the only time I sign goalkeepers with potential, when I'm playing a save like this. Then they grow with me. Yes, sir. This is Hungary. Oh, did I accidentally type something on the keyboard? I did, I guess. How did I manage to get at so clearly there, man? All right. Okay, player contracts. We got Adama Traore. He doesn't want to sign. Got Peter Barath. I think we're going to give him a new contract. He's spirited, got good personality. Does he want to stay? Yep. Okay. I mean, he probably can play for us. We're going to take Peter Barath squad. Move him to the senior squad. That gives us another option. Okay, now the other players, Fabiano is going to retire. Sekievan is not coming. Topmak doesn't want to play. Topmak is average, right? I mean, whenever I don't really turn to him in a lot of the games because he doesn't really last most of my matches. He might be full. He's like one of those players that plays well for 50 minutes and just fades away. So I'm not going to bother. So now is when we let these contracts run out. Okay, because a lot of these guys don't have fantastic personalities. Okay, so we are slowly going to try and rebuild because we want to use facilities, we want coaches, right? We want top players. But these guys, like second team, we're going to offer contract. All the performance analysts, unless they can, this guy will offer him a contract. I'm not even looking at the terms. Director of football, we have to be careful. Fairly professional, okay. I mean, you're not going to get a lot of top tier staff coming in just yet, right? So we'll just accept this guy. Okay, second team fitness coach, Daniel Zima. Balance, no thanks. Second team performance analyst, we give him the job. Okay, done. Okay, physios, we definitely got to sign them first. Okay. I mean, ideally, I want everybody to be a what's the word for it now? To be great personalities, but No, at the moment, I'm a beggar, so I can't be a chooser. Adam Peter Farkas is not. Is he okay? Fairly determined, we'll offer him a contract. Okay, let them all develop. 1 year, 1 year. Okay, all right. Champions League review. Bayern Munich won the title. Runners up Man City. CSKA Sofia did not do well. But yeah, don't worry. Mo Salah still scoring a lot of goals. Okay, all right. Okay, we kind of got it down. Okay, now we got one goalkeeper coming in. Question is, do we have the fullbacks coming in? Okay, we want to pay attention to these. This is one I just want to focus on that group. Frederick said to sign. Okay, we got one of our we got a free signing coming in. There's another one. Yeah, we're going for free signings first because we are not a rich club. So let's try to find success with all these free signings. No loans. I don't do loan jack shit. Okay. All right. Okay, so new scouting budget. New scouting budget. Okay, all right. Okay. I cannot move that yet, so we'll just leave it as it is. Macro case, monthly board reviews, the B. Now it's time for me to talk to them about my contract. Because, my contract details expires 2027. Okay, so they're not going to give me, so okay. Worry about that later. Okay, we got one more fullback, free signing. A lot of these are cheap or free. Yeah, transfers, either free transfer. We got one free transfer. We got another free transfer. We got Martin Kern coming in. So now we're only waiting on Coutinho, whatever your name is. So let's see if we can get the next free signing in. So we're going for free signings. The fact that we are playing we did qualify the Champions League. I mean, they don't know, I think, that we're in the qualifying phase. Yeah, I think they don't know that we're in the qualifying phase. They all think that we were going to be going to the league phase. Notice that we're trying to build a whole Hungary up. So eventually it's one of those super long saves, and I'm probably going to play it right into FM 28 or 29. I'm going to keep this save for a long time. Okay, so we've done it. We brought the players in, so they aren't here yet. So they're all going to join the club on the 15th of June. Okay, financially, we should be fine because large part of that has been signing players on free. I've got a budget surplus of now 2 million, 12 million in the bank. Controlling our budget, our balance is going to be very important for this. Now, squad planner. Now we can take a look at the squad planner. So in the squad planner, we've got this. Okay. So it kind of. Okay, so we had this 4-2-3-1. Ignore the number, okay. So we got these fellas coming. Politic is supposed to be playing on the left. We got Keenan, Kodro, Pasca, Kehinde, who can all play in these positions, right? But the one that we signed is this guy. Okay, so he can play in the across the midfield area. One of the reasons why he's signing is because of his versatility. He can play as a CM, he can play as an MC, but more importantly, he's a creative player who's highly aggressive. Now, he's got a very strong right foot. He's also the ability to score, right? I mean, I won't say he's great, but he can cut inside from the left wing. Hey, ZGT, welcome to the stream. So, what can we do with him? Okay, we can play him on the left in our 4-3-3 and our 4-2-3-1. He's more of an attacking player. Kenan Kodro doesn't have much time left. He's got 1 or 2 seasons left in him. So we're not going to hunt for a striker because we got Shirley, right? So we got Laurent Pasca as well. They're all decent. I'm not saying they're great players, but they're decent. Okay. So what we can do, Politic is still going to start. He's our main player. So Politic will always start. Cotonou will come on as a substitute. But more importantly, we got resolute personality in the squad, which is one of the other reasons why I signed him. Okay, so we've got this. Now the question is this AMC position. We have not signed anyone for this position. So the idea was this guy might play there. Passing, vision, decisions, flash. So he can play in this position. So Christoph Zachariasen. We got Frederick. Okay, so he can play here. Christoph is there's a straight fight in a 4-2-3-1 for this position. Now this guy is just garbage. Okay. So these guys are options that I can look at. AMR, we got him, and then Pierini. Now, seeing is that these are all the other players I might want to sign. I shortlisted all these players as well. So one of these players can actually, now we can spend our money. Yeah. So if I want to get another winger, which are we going to lose a winger, we can actually go for one of these two players if they want to come. Because they got 6.4 and 7.4. It will be a first big signing of our career as a manager. Okay. All right. So now we're going to look at his tactics. So he's played for the club. Hasn't scored any goals, Pierini. He hasn't made many appearances, no. 2 appearances for his club. He rarely gets game time. Here, this player has made 35 appearances, scored 6 goals, average rate of 6.69. I think one of the reasons why he doesn't score a lot of goals is because of this trait. Tries first time shots. I don't like tries first time shots as a trait because the tendency to just, you want him to shoot less often. So the only time I like tries first is like when they got a lot of strength, aggression, finishing and composure. So his finishing, composure and technique are okay. So a first time shot, shooting with power, maybe, might be worth giving a gamble. But so far, he played for Middlesbrough last season. They finished 17th in the table. Let's look at the league table, right? Middlesbrough finished 17th, and if I'm looking at this squad, right? If I'm looking at the squad, then we can come in here and look at him again. What was it? I want to check the guy's scoring, right? Okay. So looking at goals. Where's goals? Goals. Here we go. So goals. Marcus Force. 6 goals. 11.97 XG. So basically, he gets into a lot of goal scoring positions and doesn't find the back of the net. I'm not signing this guy. No way, man. So this is like another way of playing the game without, using some kind of a filter, right? So you could use the best of both worlds. So he is not worth getting because he's probably going to get us into goals. We can put him in goal scoring positions, but he's not going to find the back of the net. Yeah, that's something I don't want to see. Right, so he does create some goal scoring chances. He takes on players, but no way, man. I mean, so definitely out. So we're going back to our squad planner. So we got this Marcus Force. Thank you for coming. Nicholas Pierini. Now, looking at him, he's been playing for Venezia. His appearances, he made 38 appearances for the club. So we go to Venezia, same thing, go to senior squad. This is why I like loading all the leagues. Sometimes you want to load all the leagues and you get all the data before the season. You just go and see how he's played for his team. Okay, so here he's got 10 goals now. Okay, he gets into goal scoring positions. He creates chances. He's not bad. No, this guy. On paper, if he gets into a goal scoring position, he will find the back of the net. Okay, so Pierini is a much better option. And largely down to the fact that he doesn't have that trait, tries first time shots. And he could also complement our strike force when we need to. He can play passing, vision, decision. He can play as an AMC. So guess what? Transfer, we're making an offer for him. Okay, now he's going to be worth, the future of should be considered, shut up, let's go, suggest terms. We're going to go in there. This is going to be our first big money signing, okay? 5 million. Let's see if they are willing to accept 5 million for Pierini. Okay, so suggest terms, 1.2 million up front. Okay, done. I think this is doable, 5 million. Still works on my budget, okay? All right. Okay, now the next player we're going to get. Next player I want to look at is going to be DM. Okay, so another way of doing it without being such a, I'm like looking for players in Serie B, our championship. I want to get a DM, but let's not get too excited. We might get too many players in the club. Start negotiations, regular starter. Remove and exclude this. We gave him a regular starter's position, but not the position that he wants. We give the agent some money to, strike up a nice little. This guy is going to cost us a fair bit in the wage budget. So we got Dennis Politic and him. Yeah, I knew it. No, Tokmak Nguyen is going. He's not going to stay. So the reason why I'm doing this because he did create some goals for us last season. He was okay so when he came on, but he can never. I never liked it. I never liked the fact that I couldn't use him for 90 minutes regularly. We don't assign too many players that I lose track of them. That can also happen in a save like this. Oh, that's great, man. Our player Musi has taken over. He has been called up to the national team. Well done. This was a great signing for us. He's done well. He's gone in and he's developed. I think in terms of his development, let's look at his development. He's okay. He's developing quite nicely at the club. Okay, he's going to turn into something special. No? But then I will have a major problem keeping him. Okay, because he gets 2027. I want to keep him for as long as possible. No? Discuss new contract agent. 2028, we're going to push this because it might be a problem next season. Okay, done. Musi is going to stay, offer the contract. Regular starter. Minimum fee release clause, we don't have this in the contract. Okay, so suggest terms 1 million. Okay, that's it. Oh, now my wage budget is in trouble. Okay. Finances, yeah, I knew it. It's 20. I know exactly how much I can spend. There's 2 players. So we've gone out there, we've gotten a player that can play on the flanks. Hopefully he joins us. Because if I do it this way, squad planner, you see, this Pierini, who did I offer the contract to? Yeah, this guy, Pierini. So we offered a contract to Pierini, right? So Pierini can play across the park. Then Musi, Kohinde, these guys are going. Coutinova is also coming. But Coutinova, I don't really fancy him in that position. Right. Coutinova is more like a covering player for this position. Yeah. So we got Frydek and Coutinova. Both of them, they can cover this position. Now that was going to be my goal because Zach now can play here. I can play. Now I can take Zach. Either Zach, I can play him here, or I can shove one of these 2 guys into that position. I was toying with the other getting Marlon Gomez, but it's too expensive. Okay, so 4-2-3-1, we've got Haiba, we got Zach, we got Romy who can play here. Romy can play here, Romy can play here, Maiga can play here, Martin can be a substitute that comes on, so he's going to get plenty of game time. Then up top, Zach can go up there now. So this is going to be, I want to take Zach out right now. So we got players like Martin, Romy, and then we got Maiga. So this is what our midfield is going to look like. Romy is going to be here, Maiga is going to be here, and Zach is going to be here. So then these players become cover. So Mateus Sin, we don't need to sign him. Marlon Gomez, we don't need to sign him. All right, so this is looking like a solid 4-2-3-1. Then we've got Pierini who can come in. Musi is going to be playing on the right, but we got competition with Musi's position. I think I can rotate him. I can bring Pierini in. Now, Pierini can play a lot of games and Musi can be rotated so that we don't attract too much attention. He doesn't attract too much attention. Because there's the other problem with young players, right? Once they start playing really well, they attract a lot of attention. Now, he is a potential player that will develop into a special player for us in midfield, and he will be able to play across the park, right, in all those midfield positions. So Musi is a very dangerously, he's got to be an exciting player. So Pierini might start. Musi could just, because it's a squad player, that's good for us. Then in the center, we've got Christoph, who will be an important player starting in the center. Now the thing here is this guy, right, Frederick, he wants to be, I forgot, I'm signing him as a star player. I don't think so, man. Track. Oh, I haven't. Oh, he didn't. Wait, transfers. I thought I got that guy in. Right? Christian Frederick joins 1st of July 2025, right? Yeah. I don't know, I get a bit confused. So yeah, we're still waiting on him to come. So I don't know what's going to happen. So we got this all sorted. So okay, I'm happy with that. Now 4-3-3. Who's playing where? Romy's playing here. Christoph will play here. Haibab will stay here. Maiken, okay, all right. And then those three that we just signed, they will be playing in the cover for all these positions. Okay. On the left, we will have Politic. He can play in any of these positions. He can play in one of these positions too. On the right, we got Musi. And of course, the new signing, Pierini. Okay, so Pierini and him can play in this position. So Pierini, Musi, good. And then we got this player. And then we got the other player. What's his name? In one of these players is going to be that Friedrich guy. Yeah, okay. All right, okay. Yeah, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. It's going to be a bit of a gamble on this formation. But now I got a rough idea of what I want to do. And we're looking pretty certain that will be fine. Training, now it's time for us to go to our calendar, set up next season training. Okay, so this is really easy, Pre-season, heavy early. First week. Then copy this. No, then, wait, hold on. This isn't right. August, where's July? Yeah, there we go. Okay, copy, paste. 2 weeks of pre-season heavy early. Then pre-season heavy mid. Where's heavy mid? Okay, there we go. Let me put this in here. We'll put heavy late. I'm just following it. It says normal late, right? So heavy late. Then we start the season. So this becomes my all right. So we've done this and then this. I'm gonna do this to youth team as well. Then we can chill, man. A full week of rest here, and then we start the season again. We got everything done nicely. Okay, March, April. May. Okay, we're almost done. Hey, I love this, man. Okay, go to the youth team now. Under 19, same thing here. They don't have a lot of break, right? I don't know what's going on here. Why they have a training? I got only 2 weeks of rest before their pre-season technical late starts. Okay, this is kind of new for me. What's a full week of rest? Why did they have a full week of rest? Well, they came in. They don't have much time, no? They're on some kind of a massive competition. So I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm not going to mess with their training schedule. Yeah, this is pre-season tactical late. Pre-season late. Okay, so we go heavy late. Heavy late. Okay. All right, copy. So I'm just going to copy this and just stick it here. Just follow this. And then, yeah, it's normal late. Now this is where the pre-season schedule starts. The actual schedule starts for them. Okay, done. Okay, here we go. This is easy. Yeah, I think they should give us one button, one like shift, command, the whole thing gets done. I guess they want people to have, I don't know, like this. Like I'll probably be doing the same thing. I hope the training module in FM26 isn't too complicated. But I wonder what it's going to be like, because there are going to be so many engines now, they're going to be, I'm sure there's going to be a development engine as well, different algorithm for the male development model and the female development model. It's going to be complicated, man. This because they can't possibly use the same one, right? Men and women, they're going to have to develop differently. I hate to see women acceleration, suddenly become 20 as well. So, like like strength 20, that kind of thing. Because like if they have great personalities, you don't want them to develop identically to men, right? So Alexandra Musi, our player, has become represented Romania. Very good. I mean, we are bringing in players from other nations as well. I mean, eventually we want our own players, but now we have to develop other players as well, because other youth players, we don't care about which countries they come from, because our club doesn't want to sink money into youth facilities. So that's a problem that we have. So if they don't want to sink, we have to achieve results our club doesn't expect, so that we get up the pole quickly, and then after that we can start sinking more money. Then that's when the club, we can steal players from other clubs as well. Okay. So we managed to keep Peter Barra, the Hungarian. So he's gonna develop. We're gonna work on developing him. So we're gonna work on getting him to be a ball-winning midfielder and support. Work on his concentration. His concentration is already 12. Okay, if his concentration is already 12, this is about as dumb as I can get. All right, so we're gonna move him into the center and get him to focus on a deep line playmaker on support. Yeah, so I focus only on certain key attributes, and then ball control, dribbling, first touch, and technique. Hopefully he gets to improve. Otherwise, it depends on how much room he has. I doubt he has a lot, but okay. The other Perez made an offer for Jose Cordoba. We knew this was gonna happen. Right, he's our best defender, and people want him. So luckily we went at 2028, reject offer. Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to do something, and they interrupted me. They interrupted my thought process. Pierini is coming. Okay, good. We have now got Pierini is coming. That's a massive chunk of our wage budget. Our transfer budget just went to one player, based on the promise of data. Right? We know that he did well in terms of the data. So okay, So we got the players that we needed. We got our starting 11 here. We've got Pierini coming, so he was going to give competitions to Musi. Musi now can play left and right. Okay, so he can be on the bench. We don't have too big a squad. Got Romy, Zach, Maiga, and then we've got another. We got Noster. Our defender is not world class. We don't have the best, but we signed another left back. And then our board. Hopefully, in terms of facilities, you can see, average training facilities good. They're not pushing things up, so we're gonna have to. I've been trying to push this up, the average academy of coaching, but let's go to the board again. I'm pretty certain the board is gonna say no. Yeah, let's try this. Improve the youth facilities. Yeah. All right. Okay, so you're looking like we have the players. The transfer window opens. Kern will join, Andreev will join, and Pierini will join us. What we can do soon is schedule and look at. No, the schedule hasn't come out, right? Yeah, it hasn't come out yet, so we can't arrange friendlies just yet. Okay, save the game. This is where I save the game, because now the data is gonna go very soon. The data is gonna go away. 14th of June is not a long way to go, Okay, I'm gonna put a date in here. I don't do that. What's it called? Intermittent saves now, because there were crashes with me doing intermittent saves. So now I got to do this manual save. All right. Okay, so schedule go. So transfer window open. We'll have a couple of players coming in. Lower backs. Man, I can feel the stress fracture right now. I feel his stress fracture, man. That's painful. That's so painful. Okay. Goalkeeper is here, winger is here, and youth player is here. What? I knew it. No, they will never. They got something against pumping money into the youth facility. Let's see what they say. We want to focus on improving the team in the transfer market and not be grunty. See, some clubs have this. No, I don't care what you want. You just go and buy players, bring them in. So I suspect I have that kind of a board. So this makes it a very big challenge for me. So now we're gonna try and get him to work on his reactions because that's where he's weakest. Martin Kern, we want him to I think he's got concentration. Concentration, yeah. Okay, so we'll get him to work as a ball winning midfielder, even though I want him to become a playmaker, right? But we'll do this passing vision technique. That will help. Pellegrini or Pierini is a right foot. He's going to be playing largely on the right flank as a winger. So, but I want him to train as a. Let's look at his concentration. He has some room to grow, but we'll play more as a. I mean, yeah, he can play as an inside forward. Raumdauter work on his movement. So okay, never mind, and his concentration as well. And we'll work on his final third. Where's his final third? Composure and decisions. Okay, send all of them on intensive. And we don't do welcome. I don't believe in that call. I don't like that. Yeah. We set a new record. 30 minutes spare wise fee is a new record. Was 8 million. Finances. Okay. Now we do a budget adjustment. Okay, our wage budget is 19. We need 21. Okay, so we go up to 22 and that's it. Transfer budget locked in. We're not going to spend it. Okay, so we got players and then we now have Romy. I knew it, no. Romy, everybody's going to come for Romy. Okay. Okay, we got out at 27, so we just let him go first. Let him talk to the clubs. We got to wait out now. Gamer Mandan, welcome to the channel, man. Okay, so done okay. So one thing, right? So we know the club doesn't want to invest in these facilities. We know that is a fact. Now we know for sure they now rebuild Hungary. They don't want to rebuild Hungary as much as we want to rebuild Hungary. And we found that out already, okay? So that's really sad. That's really sad. So, so we're going to have to poach players from other clubs. But first, we need to become a bit of a powerhouse in Europe, okay? So that's our goal. Yeah, man. The real James King. I know, it's terrible. It's sad. It's tragic what's happened to Jota. Diego Jota dying like that. It's terrible. Okay. Slowly. We are contributing to this. Okay, we are definitely contributing. We are slowly contributing. So Hungary has slowly moved up ranking in the world, but not. I mean, we'll try and do better. They are going to offer for Kosno Kokai. I mean, it's fine if it's another Hungarian club. Right? Yep, it's another Hungarian club. Definitely, we will say, okay, accept the offer. He can go. Yeah, if we're not going to keep the players, we don't want to let them wilt away. We just want them to go, right? We have a percentage clause. Let's help all the other clubs out. Don't they come knocking on the door for our players. If they can afford it, let them have it. That's our downside of playing these kind of saves. You're not going to make a lot of money. But players like Musi, they can go. Yeah, so we will make money from them in the long run. We're coming to the stage where we're looking at how many more players coming to the end already. Yeah. Fabiano retires there. We lost our goalkeeper. It was only a matter of time. He came, he hung around, and he left. Okay, so signing of the season happens to be this Maxime Bernauer. Who's he playing for? He's a DM, passing, vision, decisions. Okay, all right. Another one was this guy, but apparently they had a better player than ours. Okay, it's all right. Okay, that's it. All right, board request. What the one? The board wish to hold a meeting with you regarding improving. We have funds available. Oh my God, they've come in and they said yes. 2 seasons of me asking for this improvement. No. Delighted? Of course. We're making money, no. I don't worry about Pierini. We have to have a big signing. You want a big signing? They said go to didn't they just tell me to go to the transfer market and sign players? I did, right? Club youth, thank you very much. Okay, we got youth facilities. Thank you. Thank you. All right, this is huge. Because our youth facilities are 9. This influences the kind of players you get through your academy. All right, so we got the first of many small little improvements. Schedule, okay, we can arrange friendlies now. So what do we need? We need about 8 friendlies before the 23rd of July or 6. This counts as a friendly as far as I'm concerned. So we want multiple friendly matches. We'll do them all the way. We don't want our fans to see what we're doing, keeping it a secret. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we'll play them all the way with smaller reputation class, so nobody is coming to the stadium to watch us. Very small here, no one knows about us. And then very small, we are traveling in incognito with everyone is wearing disguises. Okay, confirm. All right, so we're traveling in secret, I tell you. Romy has got teams accept the friendly invitations. Yes, they have. So we got 4. Schedule. So looking at our schedule now, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we want 1 more friendly match here. I think, yeah, we got 1 more friendly match here. Will be fine. Okay, so this one will be, we use a testimonial for our goalkeeper. Choose smaller reputation. No, don't do this. No testimonials. We don't do testimonials. Shut up. Okay. Nearby team. We're not on travel. We don't do a home match. Yeah. Can you imagine you do a testimonial and then you find some small little punky team and say, hey, we do a testimonial. Yeah. Give me a testimonial. We're playing the youth team. Right. Yeah, you were a great mentor to the youth team. Okay. Training, mentoring, speaking of which, right? So once again, we look at the units, see whether there are any players. Okay. Under 90s, we got a couple of 16 years old, right? So looking at their personalities, who can we push? So we got mercenary. No, we don't have anyone. I think looking at this, Blaine Namath is basically garbage. Christian Takacs is the 16-year-old. We got 15-year-old Kasaba Bogdan, who's got no room to improve. We got no hope playing for me. Man, oh. So the only ones are these group. These are already listed for loan. So yeah. Coco, whatever. His name is Coco Vai. It sounds like a drink, no? Summer drink on the beach. You want a glass of Coco Vai? Yeah. We mix it with tequila, coconuts. Yeah. Yeah, tequila, coconuts, some pineapple juice. Yeah, baby. We call this Coco Vai. And blended ice. It sounds very much like. Oh, wait, add bananas inside there, it's going to be like pina colada. Yeah. Okay, all that making offers, respond to all, reject all offers. Yeah. I had to check with Romy and is frustrated. Decline. Yeah. Money is not good enough. Yeah, Romy, you're not leaving. They got to make a really good offer. You can leave next season. I want to win the Champions League with Romy. Okay, there we go. Code of conduct. Welcome to my club. What? You got a yellow card? More than once? 2 weeks fine. You got sent off? 2 week fine. You came late for training? 2 week fine. Nope, doesn't matter if you first time, second time, third time, or fourth time. You just pay 2 weeks. Okay? So the first time you do it, you pay a 2 week fine. The second time you do it, you pay a 2 week fine. The third time you do it, you still pay a 2 week fine. The fourth time you do it, 2 week fine. It's always going to be a 2 week fine. That's how I like it. I like to keep things as simple as possible. Okay? I like them all color coordinated. People don't forget. It's not like, it's so easy, right? This way. Swansea, oh my goodness. Brest have ordered, Traore is leaving. Which led to us going out to sign players. Traore, second one is going to go, Nagy is going to go, Lucas is going to go, Bereni is going to go. All these players are going. Staff contracts, we haven't decided on these because these guys, Shamo, okay, offer him a contract, he's a professional. Okay, assistant manager, Nekat Sanik, fairly professional. Okay, we'll offer him a contract. And then fitness coach, Ben Kovacs. What are you? Balance, not so sure about you yet. Skirt, offer him a contract as a scout. We'll worry about their personalities later. But no need. Oh, you're a fairly professional. Okay. You know how difficult it is to get really good personalities? Salary abuse, why not demote? Demote doesn't really work. I demoted them before. Then I couldn't find them anymore. Once upon a time, I actually demoted a player, right? And then I couldn't find him anymore. So I don't know where he was. Couldn't find him in the club. Demoting a player, sometimes, they just leave you can't find them in the club. Do you know I asked you yesterday about 4-2 MCs? I discovered Enganche was better with this formation. Put the center of gravity team in the area. Yeah, you can, but you can also play narrow. Yeah. I just don't like Enganche. I mean, I'm okay with Enganche, but I'm not like, I want to have, you can play at Enganche. Yeah, you can. Definitely you can. But my favorite role has always been AP on support there or AM on support. Enganche is my third choice. I use the Enganche when I'm using like a Volantes in midfield. If I have one Volante, then I'll consider an Enganche. Bristol offer Traore contract. Where's he going to go up? Darby, Sapaches or Aneba. Aneba is not a bad player, no. So should we offer him a contract just to stave off the interest of other teams? Okay, let's see. Does he want a contract? Nope. He's currently unhappy with the club. Okay, all right, let's keep quiet. Darby make Aneba 875. He's 1.21 reject. Not this season. I'd rather let them go on a free. Yeah. Because even if I sell the player 2 million, it's not really going to make much of a difference to me financially, right? Some might sell to run out their contracts and then go and look for other free players. That's my strategy. Usually this kind of saves is always my strategy. Sign free, cheap. Okay. So we got to see how this tactic plays out. So go winger. It's not a fantastic tactic. Okay, all right. I'll just say it out now. But we're going to use a poacher. He's going to stay in the area. We got winger. We're going to play standard. Nah, we're not going to do this. We're going to play like that. We're going to do the underlap focus play down the right. Because if I'm not mistaken, the goal scorer is on the creators on the right, the goal scorers on the left. Okay, so the other way. Okay, low cross. Right defense pass into space. No player defense. Okay, we're going to go attacking. I'm going to distribute to flanks. Distribute. All right. We're going to invite the cross. No, actually this time, I'm just going to leave it alone. We're going to go positive, encourage more, what's the word for it? Encourage more keeping of the ball. Okay, so we got this guy, CM attack. I can swap this around later and there will be like, things like play narrower and all that. Okay, so we got this, attack harder, this guy attack harder, this guy move into channels, this guy nothing, this guy stay, this guy nothing, this guy nothing, this guy defend duty, this guy. Okay, done. All right, let's go. All right, now let's go on Maiga and then let's put in our players straight away, the ones that we just signed. Okay, we got Andreev, we got Cordoba, we got Pierini will play. Kodro Serafimov will be here because the rest of the players are leaving. Those that are leaving, we are kicking them out of the starting 11. Why are they playing here? Okay, we got Bodka, get out of here. You're leaving the club. You don't deserve to be in the starting 11. You don't deserve. All of you get out. Okay, you're coming. Mami, you're injured. Pasca, you decided you wanted to stay in the club. Tokmak, I think you're staying because the other guy is leaving. SET, you're never playing for me again. Cisse. Okay, this also gives me a good idea of what I have on the bench. Okay, so Cisse, we'll start here. Okay, all right, let's go. Lonka, no, go back. Where's Maiga? Shit. I already started. Okay, we'll see how this guy does. All right, we just want to see quality of chances. I mean, that's it. Okay. And we can see quality of chances from somewhere, right? Match analysis. There we go. That's what I want to see. I want to see this. Okay. Save 0.16, 0.2. Okay, not bad. That's not bad. It's quite a good chance that they created. See, this kind of tactic is a tree, right? So it's a tree to build out, and then we get these guys coming in, and it's a very simple tactic. Very simple tactic. Okay. So it's gonna be like a back five system, but a bit more aggressive. Yeah, because in a back five system, these guys are not occupying these spaces. Goes to do a tactic dominates or a high press lines or anything. Yeah, you can, but I'm gonna be playing this tactic as a low defensive line eventually. So it's gonna be something like that. Then you can also play a mid block and then give them the option to go advance forward. But I still want to play poacher. So I try different things to this tactical system. Basically creating a system that is robust, like a back five. But defensive, like I can play defensively like a back five, right? And I can flip the switch and go attacking when I want to. So right now, for example, I'm playing it defensively. So in fact, like things like this counter, you can remove it. This kind of hold shape. Distribute the flanks. No, hold shape. Just leave it like this. Pass into space, low cross will come off. Go and mid block. Prevent short distribution. I'm going to remove this. Let them work their way out. Yeah, that's it. Lower defensive line, mid block. See how we do. I don't know. I think that's stretch. I don't think it's the best hard-coded playing making. I never thought of it that way. The best role for me, the best role is the one that gives you the most options, and that one doesn't give me the most options. Hello, Bustthenet. Do you have any teams you can recommend to do a save on? I've completely run out of ideas. What about doing a save? Think about this is what strikes you. What strikes your fancy? There can be so many. Like a hometown club save. That could be one. I mean, you could rebuild Derby, man. Derby County is always a great call for me. Or bad teams in good leagues. Oldham Athletic. That's a good one. The rebuilding of Oldham Athletic. Can you bring Oldham Athletic back? Yeah. Sometimes you got some bad teams in good leagues. Oldham Athletic is a bad team in a good league. Bad team in a good in good country. They should have had so much going for them. It's working. This is more defensive, but it depends on how I can do this because there's nothing here that's gonna help me. So, like this, we got Romy coming as Zachariason. We're gonna put in here. We're gonna put Martin Kearney and see how he does. Okay, and then Maiga. Then turn this guy into an attack. Okay, Musi comes off now, and then we bring on Politic. Basically, just these two attacking now. With Pierini creating on that side. Deeper positions. So still it's like a 3-2 build out, but very defensive, trying to keep it defensively robust. You know? The only thing I don't like about 4-3-3s is that they are super defensive. Yeah, for me. Yes, okay. The first game, all right, I guess this tactic can work. Because then our other system that the players got to get familiar with is this. This is something that's been worked for us already. Again, we might have to tweak it based on the fact that now our creator is sitting on the right and our goal scorer is coming from the left. So whereas this tactic has got focus play, where focus play down the left, no. Now it's got to be focus play down the right. So winger on attack. So the problem now is that everything has to be flipped. So we got to put the libero here. And we're going to put the DM on support here. We're going to go Volante here. Then we're going to put the libero here. The ball playing defender here. Then we put the winger on attack here and the wing on support here. Okay, so now we flip the script with this one. Go focus play this way. Okay, all right. Okay, so then we go no low cross in this tag thing. Another one that I can do counter attacking. And then play this guy as a pressing for attack. And this guy could be around Jota. Okay. So we build up the right side. This guy is gonna roam this way. He doesn't have to depend. He's just gonna flip to the right side just to support play. For me, all-time best crazy with Bilbao. Looks as you can say our best players though. Bilbao is also Bilbao is a challenging save, where you gotta use only players of a certain nationality, right? Yeah. They have to come from Bilbao. That's another good save. Bilbao has always been a favorite among a lot of people. Doing a Bilbao save. Bilbao is another good example. A bad team in a good league. But because they have a conditions for themselves. That's why it's challenging. Okay, so all right. We're in preseason already, man. We've done everything. We built the tactic up, and we've gotten our players all set up. So now the question is, how well will this tactical system do? And then we'll probably, this took a while, and I don't want to rush. This part I don't want to rush. If I go through at light speed, I will rush, and I'll screw things up because we got finances. We're okay. The club has come in and decided, you know what, we're going to give you what you want. So they've given us because we tried to get this done before. They rejected us. We used facilities. They rejected junior coaching budget, but now they've come in, improved our training facilities, and they also improved our youth facilities, which is good. Okay, which is good. And it's gonna lead us. It's gonna give us some options. Dynamics, we are seeing some problems. You got Romy. He wanted to go to this club, and 6 of the players in the team wanted him to go. But if we can get off to a decent start, it'll be fine. Champions League, we got the Champions League qualifying path to navigate, and there's some interesting clubs already in the first phase. We got Dun Strada, who've taken away one of our players. All right. So they've taken one of our players. We got some good clubs here. Karabakh is here as well. So yeah, we're gonna have to be careful. We're gonna have to be careful once we get through. Our best has been, we've qualified all the way until the playoffs. That's our best so far. Our best performance has been to the playoffs, and then we haven't got into the Champions League. We got all the way to the playoffs. That's the other one. Yeah. So we did well once. Okay, but now the question is whether or not we can do it again. We're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to do it, and we're gonna have to do it well. All right, guys. I am very... Diego Jota's passing has actually made this quite of a sad day for a lot of Liverpool fans, and I hope that his family pray for his family, pray for his soul and his brother, of course. And I hope that we remember his services to the club, the passion he had for the jersey. And I'm hoping that Liverpool retired the jersey. And I'm sure that they will come up with something special for him. Meanwhile, I want to thank everybody for coming on today's stream. You guys have been sensational. Please take care of yourselves and drive safely. Look after yourselves. Look after the ones that matter to you in your lives. Be kind to them. Especially be kind to them. You guys stay safe. Take care of yourselves. I shall see you tomorrow for more of the same. Oh no, next week. Tomorrow is Friday. So I'm taking a day off. I'm taking my kids to play sports. So you guys stay safe. I shall catch up with you soon. We'll see you on Monday. Be good. Don't do anything that you're not supposed to do. Bye-bye.